Lowe's knows when you're looking for reliability, the right brand makes all the difference. And now, Lowe's is the exclusive home improvement retailer for the Whirlpool water treatment line, including their Wi-Fi softener, under-sink filtration system, and more. With Whirlpool's proven performance and our everyday low prices, better tasting, better quality water is within reach. Shop pro-trusted brands like Whirlpool and more, in-store or online. Lowe's, we help, you save.
Lot going on today. Today happens to be the 56-year anniversary of day one of 4 days of Woodstock. Today is also the 80-year anniversary of VJ Day, the end of World War II. And today is also the 60-year anniversary of the Beatles at Shea Stadium. You're too young, Vince, to remember that, right?
The Shea Stadium, yes.
The Beatles, all that?
No, the Beatles, I'm a big fan.
You are a big fan.
Big fan.
I saw you kind of shaking your head, and I love the Beatles, too. Vincent Vallelong is the president of the Sergeants Benevolent Association. We started this friendship a couple of months ago when I kind of jumped in. I was looking to help. Vinny wanted to get a new contract done for the Sergeants. I reached out to Kaz Daughtry, and after really 2 years of going nowhere, they got the deal done. You know, Vin, there are people, I'll be walking the streets, and there'll be cops. Not even that long ago, 3 weeks ago in Rockaway, guy's bumping, he's hitting his horn. Sid, on behalf of all the sergeants, thank you. I'm walking in the street. He's driving. On behalf of all the sergeants, thank you. So, of all the things I've done in my career, this one really seems like it meant a lot to you guys.
Absolutely. That's why we're here, to make things better for our members. You know, and we all know that salary, especially in today's day and age in the city, cops aren't paid enough. And you helped us out. I mean, we brought that to the, this was a big subject when we were in the studio last.
Yeah, it was, last time you were here, we already passed the sergeant's thing. You were here for something else. I don't remember.
Right, I had Shell with me.
Yeah, I had Shell. Yeah. Shell's a big troublemaker, you know that.
We all know that.
Yeah. I went to see the mayor last Friday at Gracie, and the first two people that were there before Adams or Fabian Levy or any of those, Tommy Torres, was John Shell and Kaz Daughtry. And with those guys, I love them like my own brothers, but they're troublemakers, you know that.
Did he take all the mints out of the bowl?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And whatever other food that Adams brought out, and all went to Shell's pocket, you know. He's such a great guy. Funny, I was, there's like a little rivalry between Delaney Kempner, she's Jessica Tish's girl, you know Delaney, and Kayla Mamalek Altus, who's Mayor Adams' girl, you know. And so I like to kind of play them both against each other. And Jessica Tish gets a big kick out of that. Just you get to know a lot of these people, and a lot of these people are actually fun in your circles, I guess, Vince.
I'm happy that I have a great relationship with them because it makes my job a lot easier.
It does, right? Yeah. So you wrote an op-ed, and it's first of all, before I get to that, last night I was at Ariana's on Staten Island. I met Frankie, the owner. What a terrific guy he is, and Dominique and Diana, all these great people for Frank Morano, the great councilman who's running again. He's won twice, but now he's running again in November. And it was the who's who of Staten Island, right? David Carr, Scott Lebedo, all these great folks. And I had to leave when the thing started and go to the back of the restaurant to find a quiet space because I was a guest last night on Mark Levin's radio show again, the great one. So I missed a bunch of speakers. I missed Lebedo speak. I missed Joe Borelli speak. And then I come out and I hear your name mentioned. So I start walking all over the bar looking for you, and they said you were there, but you had left. And
I had to come back. I had to go back home just to train to be ready for this show.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. But there was another guy there, Jimmy. What's his name?
Jimmy Gatto.
Jimmy Gatto. Yeah. Nice guy. I like you. Good looking.
Great guy.
Yeah. You're all great guys. So I missed you last night, but I'm happy to see you this morning. And you did, as always, come. One thing about Vinny. Vinny comes, he comes bearing gifts. Yeah. I say to people all the time, you go to somebody's house, bring something, right? Bring an Entenmann's cake. Bring a bottle of wine. Vinny never comes here empty-handed. Never. Today you brought me and Justin this really nice bag of a whole bunch of stuff for cigar smokers. You're a big cigar smoker.
I'm not, no.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Really? How do you have...
It's 9/11 stuff. It's all up, sinuses, so I can't... I used to smoke cigars. I can't do it anymore.
Because of 9/11?
Yeah, I can't even be around them.
Were you on that wreckage for a lot of time?
No, not for a lot of time. Not for as long a time when everybody else was, but it affected everybody in all different ways, and I had bad sinuses to begin with.
You did? Okay. What precinct were you in back then in 2001?
I was in charge of Brooklyn South Detectives. I was the operations and personnel coordinator.
Wow, that's a big job. So you must have known a lot of guys that died that day.
Lost a couple of my partners this past year.
Jeez. You write this story about Mom Donnie, a political revolution that New Yorkers can't afford. And you bring up 9/11, okay? And I was on the air when that first plane hit. I was talking about the night before the Giants. They got to the Super Bowl, and they got blown out, Ben, by the Baltimore Ravens, blown out. But they did make the Super Bowl, so the NFL did the Giants a favor, and they started them on Monday Night Football the very next year. So Monday night, September 10th, the Giants played Brian Griese and the Broncos, and the Giants got waxed, okay? So I'm on the air with Don Imus and Charles McCord doing sports about the Giant game, and the first plane hits. And Imus is talking about the Giants and Jet games, and he goes, MSNBC just put across my screen that a plane has hit the World Trade Center. But we thought it was like Corey Lytle, like a little personal
plane. Yeah.
Thurman Munson, right? We had no idea till Warner Wolf called back a couple of minutes later that the second tower got hit, and then we knew at that point, oh my God, we're in trouble. So this year is going to be 24 years, but next year,
25
years, man. First of all, it feels like yesterday for me. I could remember standing outside on the West Side Highway cheering on all the responders the next day, which they didn't find anybody because everybody was basically burnt alive. But it makes it even worse that a guy like Mom Donnie,
radical socialist. Did we learn nothing?
Radical socialist Muslim. Listen, and you want to call me Islamophobic? I don't care. He should not be the mayor of New York as we get ready to commemorate 25 years of 9/11.
His whole candidacy is basically selling this city a one-way ticket to its doom. Right? And there's no light at the end of the tunnel to get back from that. Right? It's going to take us 15 years to recover from what this guy is going to do to this city.
Now, why do you say that? You mean business, money-wise?
Money-wise, he has no plan. What are we going to do with the mom-and-pop stores and the bodegas here if he's going to go out and he's going to open up these free stores and free groceries? Those people every single day come to work. They break their butts, and they have to sell a certain amount just to feed their families every day themselves. And he's looking to put them out of business. He has no plan. And I'll be honest, you have your whole entire, well, it's not entirely, but you have your press. No one is vetting this man. No one's going after him for what exactly is your policy? Who are the commissioners you're going to put in place? I'm scared, not so much for the police department, but for the people of the city. What about the kids? Who is he going to make the education commissioner? Right? And
you know who he's talking about?
Oh, I know who he's talking about.
Jamal Bowman.
Yep.
I mean, a Jew-hating asshole who pulled the fire alarm during a session of Congress.
Kids used to do that in school, and they get in trouble for it.
Right.
He's going to become the chancellor or the commissioner. This makes no sense, and I really hope that the people of this city come out and vote in big numbers, because this man can't be the next mayor of this city.
No, he can be.
Oh, he will. Yeah,
he probably will be. Yep. Is there a candidate right now that you favor, or are you one of these, like most of us? I am favoring Curtis. In fact, I'm only favoring Curtis, but anybody but Mom Donnie, right?
For me, absolutely.
Yeah. He'll take Adams. He'll take Cuomo.
We already went up and we put our support behind Eric.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we did. We went up on the steps of City Hall.
When was that?
This was about a month ago.
Oh, so Adams has the SBA.
Adams has the Uniform Coalition, which is lieutenants, the captains, and the detectives.
That's a big deal.
Well, at the end of the day, we actually worked well with his administration. I don't care what anybody says and what their other issues are. He did well by us. We can go to him and talk to him. That's important with having operational stuff go well, in the city and having the city run.
If he loses, and it looks like he's going to lose, he's in last. He's behind Curtis. He's, you hate to use August polls as a barometer, but 7% is a very low number. Let's be honest. He's probably going to lose. May not even come in second or third. But if he does lose, he can go back and say, and you tell me yes or no, hey, I did help fix the crime. Now, people say, oh, please, you're fudging the numbers, you and Tish and all these folks, which I think is silly and unfair. He can go back and say, with all the issues and you guys, you didn't vote me back in, at least I helped fix crime. When he says that, is he right?
Crime is going in the right direction. No one says that it's perfect, right? But we are recovering from all of those years that de Blasio was in office and what he did to this city. This city is not someone's pet project that they bring to school, all right? The people that are looking to get their hands on this city, the socialists all across this country, look at the people that are supporting this individual. What they're going to do to us, you're going to turn us into San Francisco, you're going to turn us into Chicago.
Worse, Venezuela.
Or
Cuba.
Yeah, you're right.
Worse. He wish it
Maybe we should move there.
I don't know. There's other places you and I can go to. But, you say it's not just the cops, it's the people on the streets. But, he wanted to defund the police his whole life. He wants to bring in social workers. And you could just imagine some 23-year-old girl straight out of Binghamton walking into that building on Park Avenue a couple of weeks ago with a guy walking around with a rifle right in front, broad daylight. Didn't care, right? Just shooting people. How's that social worker going to do in that situation? Zoran, you moron. So, but he is going to try to dismantle the cops. I know he's backtracking now, but he's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
Yep.
So that's
he'll do it. He'll do it. Maybe not by taking money out of the pockets, but he will disband units that are pertinent to keeping the city safe,
including one of those badass units that were there at Park Avenue that day. Am I incorrect about that? I think they came later, maybe.
SRG.
Right. So how bad will it get for people walking the streets of New York? I'm talking about safety. How bad will it get?
Well, the question is this individual going to let people run rampant and protest all over the place? Is he going to take the flag of anarchy and start waving it with them and let them get this out of their system? Because that's what got us to this point right now. That's why a lot of these stores are closed. That's why businesses are not coming back. How is he going to bring businesses back into the city? How's he going to make them feel secure to keep their businesses in this city? And what is he going to do when this tax base is destroyed? When there's no longer a tax base in this city, we're in trouble. These buildings are all going to be empty because no one's going to want to raise their family here. Right? And that's sad.
So what are all these people thinking? People are going to be, what are they thinking? Well, first of all, a lot of his support comes from kids. All these millennials in Williamsburg and kids living on the Upper East Side, and they don't have any real responsibility.
Sid, they're so smart and so educated that they're stupid.
Correct. They go to fancy schools. They think they're smart. But what do they do all day? They color their hair purple, green, orange. They sit on the ferry and vape and drink Modelo's.
Here's a homework assignment. Here's a homework assignment for you.
Yeah.
Do some not for you, but for them. Do your research. See where the money's coming from. Who's donating to this guy?
Yeah.
All right. And what are their views? Because that's what you're buying.
They don't care, though.
You might think it's great. Oh, I'm going to get a free hot dog. I'm going to get free this. Well, nothing's free in life.
Nothing's free. Well, it is for them. It's not going to be free from me or you. For now, it's free for them.
But, temporarily.
Right. Guys like you and I are going to have to pay through the nose. But somebody said to me yesterday, but he doesn't like Jews. And I go, hey, listen, I'm tired of saying the same thing. Disliking Jews at this point in this city, right? In this city is very chic. I had this argument with Sean Hannity last night. Me and Levin actually double-teamed Hannity on a text. Hannity goes, America doesn't really hate Jews. I said, well, maybe not America, but in the city that I live in, it's become chic. And Levin said, yeah. And, Tucker's not in New York, and Marjorie Taylor Greene is not in New York, and half of the Senate that hates Jews is not in New York. So the idea, Vincent, that people will be turned off because he hates the Jews doesn't work in this city. It's become chic to hate the Jews in New York City. Right? Am I wrong?
I mean, it seems that way, and again, it's sad. It is sad.
I know.
These are your next door neighbors. I don't look at my next door neighbor. I don't see them as black. I don't see them as Chinese. I don't see them as Jewish. Italian or whatever. I see them as my next door neighbors. All right, they're people that we grew up in life next to, and now all of a sudden you have politicians telling us that we should hate them.
Yeah. That's true. So on the way out then, again, you got to read this, folks. It's a great op-ed. Vincent Vallelong. Everybody loves Vinny. It is entitled The Political Revolution That New Yorkers Can't Afford. He's exactly right. It's a great piece. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The question is, for the real New Yorkers, John Katsimatidis, he ain't leaving. Bill O'Reilly, he ain't leaving. Sid Rosenberg, ain't leaving. Vinny Vallelong, will you be working for Ron DeSantis in a couple of months?
I'm not moving.
You're not leaving.
I'm not moving. I love this city.
So
otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here with you right now.
Agreed. So Mamdani wins. Then what do? We just fight. We just fight.
Yeah. You don't turtle up. I wasn't taught to do that. That flag behind you. We should all be grabbing and going down 3rd Avenue.
That's right. Boy, you really are a great American, man. You are just a tremendous guy, a great sergeant, a great face for the police. and a great ambassador for this city. So thank you so much for coming in again and all the wonderful gifts. And keep writing pieces and keep talking. And you're invited in here anytime, Benny. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
The great Vincent Vallelong, both the president of the SBA. Read his piece, A Political Revolution That New Yorkers Can't Afford. Just another brave, smart, great New Yorker, great American that's telling you, folks, that Mamdani will destroy us. Don't minimize it. Don't make it like that. He will destroy us.
Thanks for listening to Sid and Friends in the Morning. You can hear Sid and Friends in the Morning weekday mornings at 6. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're crushing morning miles or sprinting through back-to-back meetings, give your body the energy, protein, and power it needs to help you conquer your goals. Only at Smoothie King.